Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of DSPN Season 2. Episode 2. We'll start with our NFL recap as we always do. But first, Mason, Jersey of the Week.
It's white chocolate.
You want to say how you got that?
TikTok, baby. TikTok shop. It's actually really good quality
It's surprisingly good TikTok shop.
It's pretty good.
Like, you wouldn't think TikTok shop would give you a decent stitched jersey.
I just put this on the washer, and it didn't really shrink, so that's also pretty good.
And it's also stitched.
Yeah, it's stitched, and, yeah.
So, alright, so we'll start. Denver beat the Raiders 10-7.
Snooze fest. Bo Nix played, okay. Raiders is still bad.
Indianapolis beat the Falcons 31-25. I watched bits and pieces of that game. It was very entertaining.
Daniel Jones and his bloody mouth. But Jonathan Taylor is crazy.
He's...
If it's not him that wins... Well, if it's not JSN that wins the Offensive Player of the Year, it's actually him.
Jackson Smith-Njigba has been crazy this season. More on him later. Next, the Jets won a game. That's right. The Jets won. Yeah, and they beat the Cleveland Browns.
They had to find a team that's somehow worse at football than them, and they saw the Browns on their schedule, and they're like, "Well, that helps."
The worst team in a game where neither team was good.
No,
neither team. Well, both of those teams are going to have top 3 picks probably.
Yeah, for sure.
So, exciting, but for the wrong reasons. New Orleans beat Carolina 17-7. Another team that is not very good at football.
Carolina, they beat the 1-loss Packers and then lost to the 1-win Saints.
You mean the 2-loss Packers now? We'll talk about that later too. The New England Patriots beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the Tom Brady Bowl 28-23.
The Pats are real.
The
Pats are real.
Yeah, and we were talking about this earlier because my mother ChatGPT'd a couple topics. I didn't use very many of them. But one of them was Drake May is current front runner for the MVP. I don't know what I think about that. I personally think it should be Baker Mayfield. But after this game...
He just beat Baker.
But he did also just beat Baker, so...
Yeah, and he's also doing a lot more with a lot less. It's not like they have a top 5 defense or a top 5 receiving core. They definitely don't. But I know Tom Brady cloned his dog, but I feel like he cloned another human, and it was Drake May.
Baltimore beat Minnesota 27-19.
Baltimore's climbing up in that division. I think Baltimore's going to win it.
Do you think that Baltimore is...
They are, I think, one game behind Pittsburgh now.
I mean, they don't have crazy competition. The 2 other teams that aren't Pittsburgh or the Ravens are the Browns and the Bengals.
Yeah.
2 of the, probably 5
worst teams of the league.
2 of, the 5 worst teams in the entirety of the NFL. So,
yeah.
Probably not a crazy competition. I bet they at least make the wild card if they don't win that division.
If they don't win the division, they'll probably miss the playoffs.
You think they'll miss the playoffs?
If they don't win the division,
yeah. The Miami Dolphins beat the Buffalo Bills 30-13.
That was probably one of the worst games I've ever seen from the Buffalo Bills.
That was bad.
They just played awful. Defense, awful. Offense, they couldn't hold on to the ball. It's like on Madden 12 on the Wii. It's
when you play on arcade mode.
Yeah, it's like when you play Madden 12 on the Wii. If anyone knows about this, how you unlock that ball that
you can't hold on to.
Yeah, that there's tons of fumbles and tons of drops. That's the ball that they were playing with. But on the defensive side of the ball, Maxwell Harrison kept getting burnt on every single route that he faced. I mean, he went against Jalen Waddle, but still, he got burnt on every play, and he made Tua look like a good quarterback. And Devon A-Chain just ripped apart the defense as well.
Devon A-Chain is crazy. He's a crazy good player.
He's good. He's good.
Chicago beat the Giants 24-20. Again, another pair of teams that are not very good at football.
We get a Jameis start next week, though, so we're all happy.
Yeah, Jameis!
Everyone wins in the end because we get to see Jameis Winston play football.
And we'll glaze him next week, too.
Every week that I see Jameis Winston play football is it's a blessing. Like, everyone gets blessed with Jameis Winston football.
And for the next game, the Houston Texans beat the Jacksonville Jaguars 36-29.
Davis Mills, when his long neck held that comeback together, and I mean that was pretty impressive for them to come back against the Jags, who at times have been very good.
They show flashes.
Like, the Jags, they'll either be, a promising team, or they'll just be god awful. Like, they'll either be really good or just forget how to play football.
They show flashes of being one of a very good teams, but
yeah, but I feel like Trevor Lawrence is also mid. So
I mean, we've known Trevor Lawrence is mid for a while. Next game, Seattle beat the Arizona Cardinals 44-22, and we can go back to talk about Jackson Smith and Jigba and how he's played amazing this season.
Yeah, he just, every ball that comes to him, it's a catch. Like, it's just automatic. He's gonna catch the ball. Like, he's Sam Darnold's guy. And I think he's also helped prove that Sam Darnold is a good quarterback after all.
Yeah, let's be honest, up until last season, he struggled with every team he played on. Yeah. And I'm very happy to see Sam Darnold be good.
It also doesn't help he played for the Jets and the Panthers. That's basically, that's awful. Like, the only worst place to go for a quarterback is the Browns. Like, that's just... He was in quarterback purgatory until last season.
Yeah, so I'm really happy he's gotten out of QB purgatory.
Yeah, but this game was a beatdown, and even the defense was scoring a lot of points.
And for our next game, Detroit beat the Washington Commanders 44-26.
This was another beatdown. Washington's been struggling with and without Jaden Daniels, and the struggles are just going to get worse without Jaden Daniels, so I don't see them, improving too much.
I think partially this is also a defensive error. Like, you don't give up 44 points and expect your offense to put up another 45.
Yeah, no, the only team that can, put up 45 points in that scenario is the Bengals, and the Bengals would still probably lose.
They have.
Yeah, they did.
And then the Arizona Cardinals... Well, the LA Rams and the San Francisco 49ers had the exact same score.
Yeah, that was another beatdown. All those games were on at 425.
Yeah.
And all those games had this same scores, and they were all just total murders of the other team.
Yeah, just with the red zone, and it was just only beatdowns.
Yeah, it was insane.
Every single game that went on at 425, if I'm not mistaken, there was a team that scored at least 30 points.
Yep.
In every single game. And as I'm looking at it, not a single team scored under 20. So that's a pretty good week for offenses, at least. If you're a fantasy owner, it must have been a nice week for you. Don't do that because it might pick it up. And the LA Chargers beat the Pittsburgh Steelers 25-10.
The first half. All three primetime games were just incredibly boring.
Yeah, we'll go on to the most boring one. The Eagles beat the Green Bay Packers 7-10. They beat them 10-7, which is a really, really bad baseball score.
As an Eagles fan, it was so boring. It was a good thing I had some friends over, so I didn't have to watch the whole thing by myself and just complain about how much I want Kevin Patullo unemployed.
Speaking of questionable coaching decisions, Nick Sirianni, what were you doing?
Yeah, so late in the game, step into the shoes of an NFL head coach. You're on the 35-yard line. You're up by 3. It's 4th and 6. Clock stopped. What are you doing with 30 seconds left? What are you doing here? Are you gonna, kick a field goal, and if you make it, then you get to pin them back deep?
And it's 13-6. Well, it's 13-7 if you make the field goal.
13-7, 6-point game. Or are you gonna go for it in hopes that you get the first down? If you don't get the first down, like what the Eagles did, they get the ball back with good field position. And honestly, I think Green Bay should have tied the game at the end. The Eagles, I think, blocked
They
that
should have
field goal.
won the game.
They blocked the field goal at the end, but
If that wasn't
was just boneheaded. Like, why?
I agree. I'm fully with you on this. That was a stupid decision, and I don't
think I could ever be an NFL head coach or a coordinator or anything, but I feel like I have the IQ to make a decision like that and not mess it up. Like, that's just stupid. The whole game, your offense has been able to do nothing, and you're like, oh, let's go for it with 4th and 6 with 30 seconds left. No!
Then my second thing is, if that field goal wasn't blocked, that quite literally might have been the worst miss I have ever seen in my entire life.
That was awful.
He was not even close.
That kick went 20 yards, and it went,
the other direction.
20 yards wide of the freaking goalpost.
I don't know if he was, like, cross-eyed or was, like,
blinded
cold.
I don't know.
Looking the other direction.
Had a prosthetic leg or something.
If maybe there was a chick in the crowd that he liked.
Maybe there was, a camera flash. Nobody knows.
It was
Still,
bad.
It was either an awful kick or they blocked it.
So,
Still Birds won, so go Birds.
On to our news. Travis Hunter to have season-ending knee surgery. So that will leave Trevor Lawrence without his number 1 target.
His number 2 target.
Number 2?
Yeah.
Now? But, all right, well, it will leave them without the former Heisman winner.
That's a shame. It's really a shame. You see a player with that much talent and him going down with a knee injury, you're just like, well, whatever. Wait, what stadium were they playing in? Was it in Houston?
It was either in Houston or in Jacksonville. I don't remember.
I believe it was in Houston. Well, if it was in Houston, hey, NFL, let's
here comes the turf rant.
Let's get rid of artificial turf.
How would I know?
Maybe let's get rid of artificial turf. Maybe let's not have it. I don't know if Houston's artificial turf, but if it is, we need to get rid of it because it is statistically less safe for players. So, if you want players to stay on the field, how about you just get rid of it?
Isn't that what people have been saying about the tush push though?
But players don't really get hurt on the tush push.
That is also true. That's only
what the Bills say, even though the Bills run it more than the Eagles.
And the Packers. Packers say the same thing.
Yeah, but the Packers they just got owned by the Eagles.
Speaking of the Eagles, A.J. Brown called the season a
poop show.
A poop show. He said the other word, but we can't say that here.
We can't say it here because
WVIN won't let us.
Yeah, thanks guys. Thank you,
Dave.
Thank you for having us out here. We're not going to say it. But, I mean, I think...
He wasn't wrong.
I think this is pretty much just evidence to fire Kevin Patullo. This is just evidence that Kevin Patullo is a horrible coach and he should be living on the streets homeless in Philadelphia.
And they need to throw A.J. Brown the football.
I mean, it's okay if you're winning. Like, if they don't throw him the ball and they keep winning like this, don't throw him the ball.
But you should throw him the football because he's A.J. Brown and he's good at football.
Well, you should have your offensive coordinator fired and, tarred and feathered in front of Lincoln Financial Field.
You know what? I'm not going to lie. I was thinking the exact same thing.
Yep.
I was thinking tarred feather. Here's someone who got fired recently. Brian Daboll was fired.
Brian Daboll was fired
from the Giants after starting
bad and bad.
Please bring him back as an offensive coordinator because I want to see more Cam Scatterbo running it up the middle and just running through people.
If he didn't win that one playoff game against Jacksonville or the Chargers or whatever, it was Jackson. No, it was not Jacksonville. What am I even talking about? That's not even in the same conference.
You mean the Eagles?
But they didn't beat the Eagles. They got stomped. But if he didn't win that one, playoff game and make playoffs once, he probably would have been out sooner. And his record was like 22 and 40 something, and he was just an awful coach.
So, Mace, you wanted to talk a little bit of baseball stuff, right?
Yeah, I saw Paul Skeens won the Cy Young unanimously. I saw it coming.
Yeah, I'm not really
probably
surprised.
Deserved it, but I wanted Christopher Sanchez to win because go Phils. And we had back-to-back Manager of the Year awards for both, both leagues, which is kind of crazy once you think about it. But, I mean, both managers deserved it. I probably would have given the AL one to John Schneider of the Toronto Blue Jays. But
especially from going worst
that's
to
just
second.
Me. That's just me. But, yeah, I think both managers deserved it, I feel like.
And then Ortiz and, how do you say the other name?
Luis Ortiz and Emmanuel Clase got indicted for their whole gambling scandal, which is just really sad to see because you feel like the entire integrity of sports has been compromised with that and with the Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier thing.
Just gotta bring that up.
Like,
isn't it basically almost identical?
They're very similar things. Like when the people that they were working with said, "Hey, first pitch, we need a ball here," or like they're saying, "If first pitch ball, I'll give you this amount of money," or like first pitch ball, whatever. They'd throw a ball, or they'd throw a wild pitch, and Terry Rozier, with him, he faked an injury for half a season, and got found in the gambling thing. Chauncey Billups reading off the inactives before anyone even knew. Like, this is just stuff that completely, like,
it's disgusting.
All roads lead to, sports betting and how it's somehow
it's a problem. It really is a problem. It
honestly is a problem in sports. Before it was legalized, we had people like, Tim Donaghy and like Pete Rose.
I can only imagine what Michael Jordan would have done.
Like, Pete Rose was one of the, best players ever, and gambling didn't hurt his game. But, like, Tim Donaghy made a few calls that, could have, benefited teams or, could have hurt teams more. Like, back in the 2000s for the NBA, that was happening all the time. Like, if none of that happened, the Kings would have gone to an NBA Finals. Like, they would have beat the Lakers in that one Western Conference Finals.
I can only imagine what Michael Jordan would have done if sports betting was...
Probably nothing. He just really loves Texas Hold'em.
Exactly.
But, yeah, now sports betting being legal, in the past few years, we've had guys like Jonte Porter and Emmanuel Clase, Luis Ortiz, Chauncey Billups, and now Terry Rozier. Like, it's just sad to see that sports are leading to this way. And, ESPN, they're not going to cover anything on it because guess what? They got ESPN Bet. And that's just, if they diss on sports betting, it's not going to make them any money because they're going to lose stuff on ESPN Bet. And, like, no one's going to report on this because sports betting just make way too much money. Like, no one's going to report because there's too much money in the sports betting industry. So you might as well rely on some dude on YouTube to, say something about it because he's going to say more than ESPN ever will about it.
And by he means himself.
And there's probably other people, too, that have, done multiple things about it.
Yeah.
Like, ESPN, they'll say something like, oh, well, these guys just got arrested by the FBI because they were running some illegal sports betting thing that compromised the entire integrity of the NBA. Anyways, here's highlights of the Buffalo Sabres game.
Anyway,
there's no
Eagles
highlights,
won.
but anyways, like that. Like,
there's never highlights. They're not
gonna say anything about it because there's too much money to be made in the sports betting industry.
I just want to point out there are never highlights of the Buffalo Sabres.
There's lowlights.
There's many lowlights.
Not many highlights.
There's no highlights to be seen. And for the next couple of things, Wemby has been an absolute monster at the beginning of the season. He's averaging 25, 12, and 3 right now on 50% shooting.
He's an animal.
He's
an animal. He's like 7'6". I don't believe his height being 7'4". He's probably 7'6". If he puts on a few more pounds, he will be one of the best bigs to ever grace the earth.
He just looks like he needs a cheeseburger.
Yeah, if he eats a few of them, he's going to be insane.
Just don't get Zion bulked.
No, if he took some weight from Zion, both players would benefit off of it.
If he took weight from Zion?
Yeah, if Embiid took his knees, the NBA would be pretty... Well, then Embiid would be pretty good, but... He can't do that.
So I've seen a lot of rumors recently on a Ja Morant possible trade. Where do you think would be a good landing spot for Ja Morant? I would love to see him end up on a backcourt with in San Antonio.
That would be insane.
Could you imagine Ja Morant, Wemby, and De'Aaron Fox all on the same team?
Yeah, that would be
Scary.
dangerous. I'd like to see him go to like Utah because there's, he had that whole gun thing, and Memphis has quite a lot of violence, and Utah does not.
Is that your go-to?
Yeah.
Utah.
When it comes to anything, all roads lead to just making fun of Utah.
Because I remember during the season.
I picked. Speaking of Utah, I picked BYU in the last one they lost.
Yeah. So
I look like a moron. I'm now 0-1 in headgear picks.
we have another one for you at the end of this episode. Don't worry. So next, I already talked about the Billis Rozier scandal. And so what is wrong with the Boston Celtics? The Boston Celtics are currently 11th in the East right now. Mason says it's pack watch time. So
You know who they just lost to?
I know they lost to the Sixers. So what do you think is the problem with the Celtics right now? Because they have a team to be good. Like, it's not like their team is all scrubs.
Do they have Tatum back? I don't think they do.
Do you think that's their big problem?
I think that's their big problem is if they don't have Jason Tatum back. I mean,
They still have at least Derek White and Jaylen Brown.
you can only go so far with Derek White.
Jaylen Brown?
Jaylen Brown's been all right so far this year. He needs to go to freaking Turkey and get that hairline fixed. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah, welcome to the club.
Nothing's fixing
Jaylen.
that hairline.
No, we're not. That's not going on the internet.
Yeah, I know. We'd break your phone camera with the glare from the
Okay,
the ring light.
all right, leave me alone.
Be like a laser beam, like Superman's eyes.
Okay. For the NHL, Alex Ovechkin scores number 900. You think he gets to 1,000?
No, but some players don't even have 900 points in a career. Having 900 points is a huge thing, but 900 goals.
Alex Ovechkin, I'm gonna say it. He might be the GOAT.
No,
You don't think he's up
No, get out of here.
Think about it.
No, Donovan, no, no.
don't know, man.
Don't even say that.
He's up there.
No,
You don't think he's even up there?
he's up there, but he's probably the greatest player of our generation. But he's not as good as freaking Wayne Gretzky.
So would you say
He's the undisputed GOAT.
Would you say he's 2 then?
I don't
Is
know
he
about
better
that.
than Lemieux?
I don't know. He's better than Lemieux, but there's also like guys like Gordie Howe and other people like that that are better than him.
I don't know. It's not even time for the debate.
I don't know. I could think of probably 2 players better than Alexander Ovechkin, and it's 100% Wayne Gretzky, and then like
Gordie Howe, maybe.
then like Sammy Kapanen and Donald Brashear.
Maybe. Those or no?
I was joking about that. Sammy Kapanen and Donald Brashear are like randoms. Shout out Sammy Kapanen, Flyers legend. Shout out Donald Brashear as well.
Who was the one you came... Oh, John Sim was your other
John
one.
Sim, that's my guy. He's the GOAT. Undisputed Flyers legend.
I remember we talked about him on, like, the
2004
second
Calder
episode.
Cup winner.
You need that jersey.
Yeah, I do. I need a John Sim Flyers jersey. 2001 Calder Cup winner. No, 2004 Calder Cup winner.
If anybody watching this knows where to get a John Sim jersey, contact one of us on social media. Our Instagrams are in...
If anyone sees a John Sim jersey that's not for the Penguins, I'll buy it. Or the Islanders.
Did he play
I'll
for the
100% buy it.
Did he play for the Sabres ever?
No, he played for the Flyers.
I was gonna say, could you imagine there's a Flyers and a Sabres jersey? We just both
Sim.
wear John Sim jersey.
Jesus. You walk around the Farg and they're like, "Oh, why is this kid got a John Sim jersey on?" Nobody knows
Who is
guy
this
that
guy?
is. He was like a 4th liner on the freaking Lehigh Valley Phantoms and Adirondack Phantoms.
Our next thing, the Mammoth, have been very good this season.
It's a shame to see them being so good because they were ripped out of Arizona.
The former Utah Hockey Club. The
The
former,
former
Arizona
Coyotes. The former Utah Hockey Club, the former Arizona Coyotes, the former Phoenix Coyotes, the former Winnipeg Jets as well. Yeah, it's been a rough life for them. But I like to see them do well, but I also don't, because they could be doing this
In
in Arizona right now.
There's just no market there.
Like when they played their last game at Mullet Arena, like I remember seeing something that Shane Doan found, like someone found Shane Doan's banner just in the garbage. Like he got his number retired, and you're throwing his banner away in the garbage. They've also erased pretty much all history of the Arizona Coyotes. Like, it's gone. Like, if you mention the Arizona Coyotes, they don't exist. Like, Utah Hockey Club has done nothing to honor the Coyotes.
Like, they haven't put up any of the banners?
I feel like is garbage. I'm not sure if they put up the banners, but, like, it's just garbage.
I think you need a Coyotes.
You got all of your players from the Arizona Coyotes, and you're not going to do anything, like, to honor them. Like, get out of here.
I think you need a Coyotes
I think I do need an Arizona Coyotes jersey. And they had some cool jerseys, too.
They did.
Like those ugly orange ones with the desert scene on it. And when they thought that those were so awful that they decided to roll them out again.
I loved the Coyotes logo. Their Coyotes logo was awesome.
Yeah, the Kachina logo was awesome.
Not that one, the other one.
Oh, no, that one sucked. The Kachina one was pretty cool, though.
You didn't like the one with the howling?
No.
I liked that one.
That desert red color was just so... It was just so bland. Like,
I really liked it.
Like how they had those jerseys that were, like, all red with, like, 4, like, desert sand color stripes on it. That was ugly. But when they had those Kachina jerseys, those were nice.
And last but not least, we'll get on to our college basketball, then we'll get to our college football, then player game of Bum of the Week. Michigan State are now on probation for Mel Tucker's, for a lot of Mel Tucker's recruiting that he did, illegally. And
they were still bad.
And they still sucked. So they will now forfeit 14 wins from the seasons between 2022 and 2014. 2024. Well, so... There's not very many wins for those seasons.
Yeah.
Because they suck.
But here's the thing, though. If they were actually good, this probably wouldn't have happened. Michigan! If it was good, then they wouldn't have to... If they were good, they wouldn't have to vacate wins because... Michigan didn't have to vacate any wins, and they won the national championship.
They're
the sign stealing, the recruiting. Michigan just keeps getting worse. I hate them so much. I hate them.
They're
less and
they're
less.
punishing the wrong Michigan team.
Yeah, no. Michigan State can keep all those wins because they were awful.
Our player game and Bum of the Week will be sponsored this week by the Future of Democracy. Join us for a youth-led community event amplifying the voices, shaping the future, featuring powerful youth speakers, meaningful dialogue, and a community food drive. Come celebrate the next generation of change makers. From Indivisible courting Elmira youth and citizens for a better Southern tier. It will be Saturday, November 15th from 12 to 1 in Corning in the Centerway Square. Please go help with the food drive. It's for a good cause.
Yeah, if you don't help with the food drive, then it's your choice. But I mean, it'd be better if you did.
It's a very good cause.
You can make a difference. Yeah, you, the person right there. I'm talking to you. You can make a freaking difference right there. But yeah, just go out, support all these young leaders and everyone trying to make a difference, and the more people there, the more differences they can make. So go out and support them. It's for a good cause. Food drive's pretty cool.
I believe the food drive, if I'm not mistaken, is also for the people suffering with the SNAP benefits.
Yes, with the government shutdown. And so go support some people, and you control your own destiny. So
all right, and now on to our player game and Bum of the Week. Mason, would you like to go first for your player of the week?
No, you got that.
All right, I'm going with Nikola Jokic. He's been insane this week. He's averaging like 31 points a game, and the guy's actually in shape. So he is absolutely killing it.
Luka Doncic, right?
Yes, Luka Doncic.
I'm going to go with Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey's been an absolute dog these past few games. He probably needs to be in the MVP conversation the way he's been playing so far. And Yeah, the Sixers are still bad, but Tyrese Maxey is pretty good.
For the game of the week, I'm going to give mine to Houston versus Jacksonville. Great comeback, almost. Well, great comeback by Houston. Jacksonville was playing their butts off as well. So I'm going to give it there.
Yeah, my game of the week is not going to be Thursday Night Football, and it's not going to be Monday Night Football either. I'm going to give it to the 3 games that were on that 425 slot.
All those beatdowns?
All those beatdowns, because it's fun watching a team get crushed when you're, not caring about the team. But it's also more fun watching a team get crushed when you care about the team that's doing the crushing. Super Bowl 59.
Blow the whistle. And last but not least, our bum of the week. I'm going to give it to fourth quarter Nick Sirianni. What are you doing?
I'm going to give it to Kevin Patullo and Brian Dable. Kevin Patullo because he's just horrible, and I've already said so much in the podcast to get my point across, but I think you guys get it already. I don't want to keep
beating
playing.
a dead horse.
I don't want to keep beating a dead horse. I don't want to keep playing the same record. But he's just awful. And Brian Dable lost his job. So there's not much worse than you can do than losing your job.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of DSPN. And we'll see you guys next week. Chuck it.